To be Palestinian is to carry the torch of heritage, passing it from one generation to the next, ensuring the flame of resistance continues to burn. Ghassan Kanafani. To deny Palestine is to deny a part of humanity's shared heritage. Murad Barghouti. In the garden of humanity, Palestine is a resilient flower that refuses to wither. Suhair Hamid. The walls of occupation cannot contain the spirit of a people yearning for freedom. Ghada Karmi. To be Palestinian is to carry the torch of resilience, lighting the way for future generations to walk the path of justice. Ghassan Kanafani. The olive branch of peace cannot flourish in the shadow of occupation, Edward said. The keys of return to Palestine are not just made of metal, they are forged in the fires of determination. Salman Abu Sitta. Palestine is a canvas painted with the hues of resistance and the strokes of resilience. Sami Al-Qasim. To recognize Palestine is to acknowledge a story of resilience, passed down through generations, a narrative that refuses to be confined to the margins of history. Murad Barghouti. To deny the rights of Palestine is to deny the very foundation upon which the edifice of justice, equality, and freedom stands for all of humanity. Ali Abunimah. In the face of oppression, Palestine stands as a testament to the triumph of the human spirit. Ghazi Husseini. Palestine's history is a tapestry woven with threads of resistance and threads of resilience. Ali Abunimah. To speak of Palestine is to speak the language of resistance, a dialect that resonates with the rhythm of a people's unwavering spirit. Mazin Kamzia. To acknowledge Palestine is to recognize a sanctuary of courage, where the seeds of resistance blossom into the flowers of liberation. Leila Khalid. The rivers of resilience flow through the valleys of Palestine, nourishing the roots of a people steadfast in their pursuit of justice. Hanan Ashrawi. Palestine's history is a testament to the power of a people who refuse to be erased. Leila Khalid. Palestine is a poem written with the ink of suffering and the pen of perseverance. Fawaz Turki. In the symphony of humanity, Palestine is a note of resistance that reverberates across borders and resonates with the chords of justice. Michael Peld. To understand Palestine is to understand the poetry of resistance, written in the language of resilience. Susan Abul-Hawa. Palestine's struggle is not confined to its borders. It echoes through the corridors of international conscience, demanding a response. Ramzi Baroud. Palestine's struggle is an anthem sung by the voices of the oppressed, a chorus that calls for justice in a world that listens. Ramzi Baroud. To be Palestinian is to be a guardian of a heritage that transcends borders and withstands the test of time. Raja Shahada. Palestine's narrative is a mosaic of resistance, where each piece tells a story of courage, defiance, and an unyielding commitment to justice. Rula Jebriel. To recognize Palestine is to acknowledge a beacon of hope that shines even in the darkest corners of occupation. Rula Jebriel. Palestine is not just a place on the map, It's a space in the hearts of those who yearn for justice. Hanan Ashrawi. Palestine's history is a book written with the ink of struggle, the pages of which are turned by the winds of hope. Fawaz Turkey. In the tapestry of human rights, Palestine is a thread woven with the colors of dignity, freedom, and the pursuit of self-determination. Ramzi Barat. To recognize Palestine is to acknowledge the shared humanity that binds us all, transcending borders and ideologies. Leila Abdul Razak. To deny Palestine is to deny the very essence of human interconnectedness, where the threads of justice weave a fabric that binds us all. Michael Peld. Palestine's struggle is not a solitary melody. It is a chorus that harmonizes with the voices of all those who yearn for a just world. Fawaz Turkey. Palestine is a melody of sorrow, sung with the harmony of unwavering hope. Fadwa Tukan. To speak of Palestine is to speak of a people whose roots run deep in the soil of resistance. Ali Abunimah. In the struggle for freedom, Palestine is a compass pointing towards the true north of justice. Nizar Kabani. To be Palestinian is to inherit a legacy of resilience, a heritage passed down through generations like a flame that refuses to be extinguished. Ghassan Kanafani. To deny the rights of Palestine is to deny the dignity of humanity, for justice is a language spoken by all hearts. Suhair Hamid. In the struggle for freedom, Palestine is a living testament to the power of resistance against the forces of oppression. Ghassan Kanafani. In the struggle for justice, Palestine is a lantern that guides the way through the darkness of oppression, illuminating the possibilities of a brighter future. Edward said. In the struggle for justice, Palestine is both a destination and a journey. Michael Peld. In the tapestry of human history, Palestine is a thread that cannot be unraveled. Ghassan Kanafani. To silence the voices of Palestine is to attempt to extinguish a flame that has been burning for centuries, fueled by the spirit of justice. Susan Abul Hawa. To stand with Palestine is to stand on the side of justice and humanity. Leila Khalid. Palestine's story is etched in the stones of its ancient land and the hearts of its steadfast people. Elias Khoury. The road to justice in Palestine is paved with the footsteps of those who dare to resist. Mustafa Barghouti. In the struggle for freedom, Palestine is a compass that points towards the true north of human rights and equality. Salman Abu Sitta. Palestine is not just a cause, it's a calling to stand on the side of justice. Ali Abunimah. In the heart of Palestine, hope is not a distant dream, but a living reality. Mazin Kamzia. Palestine's struggle is a mirror reflecting the collective conscience of humanity. Mazin Kamzia. To be Palestinian is to carry the torch of heritage, illuminating the path towards a future where justice reigns supreme. Nizar Kabani. Justice in Palestine is not a political cause, it's a moral obligation. Hanan Ashrawi. To be Palestinian is to carry the weight of keys that unlock the doors of return. Salman Abu Sitta. Palestine's story is not a tale of victimhood. It is an epic of resistance, a saga that demands to be celebrated and remembered. Raja Shahada. To deny Palestine is to deny the very essence of humanity's shared commitment to justice, equality, and the right to self-determination. Mike Opeld. Palestine is a beacon of hope, shining a light on the path towards a world where the rights of all are acknowledged, respected, and protected. Suhair Hamid. In the canvas of freedom, Palestine is a brushstroke painted with the colors of determination and the strokes of resilience. Hanan Ashrawi. Palestine is a testament to the triumph of hope over despair, of resilience over oppression, and of justice over injustice. Rami Elhanan. To live in Palestine is to know daily struggles, but also to embrace the beauty of unwavering hope, Edward said. In the tapestry of human rights, Palestine is a thread woven with the fabric of courage, stitching together the stories of those who refuse to be silenced. Mustafa Barghouti. In the symphony of justice, Palestine is not a solo. It is a collective performance where the voices of the oppressed harmonize in a chorus of liberation. Leila Abdul Razak. To understand Palestine is to read the poetry of resistance, written with the ink of determination. Rami Elhanan. The walls of oppression cannot contain the boundless spirit of Palestine's quest for freedom. Mike Opeld. Palestine's wounds are deep, but so is the wellspring of its resilience. Rami Elhanan. In the face of adversity, Palestine is a testament to the power of steadfastness. Raja Shahada. To recognize Palestine is to honor the olive branches of peace that have endured storms of conflict, reaching towards a horizon of reconciliation. Nizar Kabani. In the chapters of resistance, Palestine is a narrative penned by the hands of those who refuse to surrender their story to the oppressor's ink. Mustafa Barghouti. In the symphony of human rights, Palestine is a chord that strikes at the heart of injustice, reverberating through the chambers of conscience. Salman Abu Sitta. To silence the voices of Palestine is to attempt to mute a symphony composed by the resilience of a people determined to be heard. Ali Abunimah. The olive tree of Palestine bears witness to generations of resistance and the entrance of hope. Fadwa Tukan. In the shadows of occupation, the light of Palestine's entrance illuminates the path to justice for all oppressed peoples. Rami Elhanan. The walls of occupation cannot silence the echoes of Palestine's ancient tales. Rula Jebriel. In the symphony of freedom, Palestine is a crescendo that rises above the cacophony of oppression, echoing the universal call for justice. Edward said. In Palestine, every stone tells a story, and every olive tree whispers tales of resilience. Raja Shahada. In the garden of resistance, Palestine is a perennial flower that continues to bloom despite the harsh winds of occupation. Susan Abul Hawa. In the struggle for justice, Palestine is not just a destination. It is a pilgrimage that calls upon the conscience of humanity, Gada Karmi. In the struggle for justice, Palestine is a flame that refuses to be extinguished, Murid Barghouti. The olive tree of Palestine is a symbol of life that withstands the storms of occupation, Nizar Kabani. Palestine is not just a piece of land, it's a piece of the heart of every Palestinian, Leila Abdul Razak. The olive trees of Palestine are witnesses to the stories of generations, narrating a saga of steadfastness in the face of adversity, Nizar Kabani. To speak of Palestine is to speak the language of humanity, where the vocabulary is composed of empathy, justice, and a shared commitment to freedom, Raja Shahadah. To recognize Palestine is not just an act of solidarity. It is an acknowledgement of the interconnectedness of all struggles for justice, Murid Barghouti. In the mosaic of human rights, Palestine is a vibrant tile that reflects the colors of freedom, dignity, and the relentless pursuit of justice, Salman Abu Sitta. To acknowledge Palestine is to recognize a living testament to the endurance of the human spirit, where the roots of resilience run deep in the soil of history, Gada Karmi. Palestine is a sacred scripture, written on the parchment of resistance, a text that demands to be read with the eyes of empathy, Fadwa Tukan. In the face of adversity, Palestine's identity is a tapestry woven with threads of resilience, Susan Abul Hawa. Palestine's struggle is a journey of self-discovery, a quest for identity in the face of forces that seek to erase the very existence of a people, Rula Jebriel. To acknowledge Palestine is to recognize the undying flame of justice that burns in the hearts of its people, Mazin Kamziya. To stand with Palestine is to stand on the side of justice, where the echoes of solidarity reverberate across mountains of oppression, Leila Khalid. The stones of Palestine tell tales of endurance that echo through the corridors of history, Rula Jebriel. In the symphony of resistance, Palestine's voice is a melody that resonates across borders, George Habash. The struggle for justice in Palestine is not an option. It is a duty, Mustafa Barghouti. In the landscape of human struggles, Palestine is a mountain that stands tall, unyielding to the winds of injustice, Edward said. To deny the rights of Palestine is to deny the very foundation upon which the architecture of a just and an equal world stands for the benefit of all. Ali Abunimah. Palestine is a symphony of resistance, where each note played by the steadfast hands of its people contributes to the melody of freedom, Rami El-Hanan. In the struggle for freedom, Palestine is a beacon that refuses to be extinguished, George Habash. In the garden of resistance, Palestine is a flourishing tree, bearing fruits of dignity and casting a shade of hope over the arid soil of oppression, George Habash. To be Palestinian is not just an identity, it's a commitment to the pursuit of justice, Ramzi Baraat. Palestine's story is not confined to the pages of history. It is a living manuscript, written with the ink of determination and the pen of endurance. Fa was Turkey. In the symphony of resistance, Palestine is a melody that refuses to be drowned out by the noise of oppression. Ali Abunimah. In the garden of humanity, Palestine is a resilient tree that bears fruits of resilience, nourished by the waters of collective determination. George Habash. To understand Palestine, one must listen to the symphony of its silenced voices. Gada Karmi. To deny Palestine is to deny the sun its rightful place in the sky, for it is a land that radiates with the warmth of human dignity, Edward said. To speak of Palestine is to speak the language of hope, where the vocabulary is composed of dreams, aspiration, and the yearning for a just tomorrow. Raja Shahadah. In the narrative of justice, Palestine is a chapter that cannot be ignored or erased. Leila Abdul Razak. Palestine is a compass pointing towards the moral north, directing the course of those who navigate the seas of human rights and equality. Suhair Hamid. Palestine's pain echoes through time, but so does its indomitable spirit. Susan Abul Hawa. To stand with Palestine is to stand on the side of righteousness, where the light of justice pierces through the darkest clouds of occupation. Fadwa Tukan. Palestine is more than a land. It is a heart that refuses to stop beating. Mahmoud Darwish. To speak of Palestine is to speak of a people who refuse to be silenced by the winds of injustice. Suhair Hamid. The olive groves of Palestine are not just trees. They are witnesses to the stories of a resilient people, Edward said. To be Palestinian is to carry the weight of history with the grace of resilience. Ghassan Kanafani. In the struggle for self-determination, Palestine is not merely a destination. It is a journey that transcends borders and resonates with the aspiration of all oppressed peoples. Mazin Kamziya. Palestine is not a mere footnote in history. It is a chapter that demands to be read with a heart attuned to the cries of the oppressed. Gada Karmi. The struggle for justice in Palestine is not a solitary journey, but a collective march towards a future free from the chains of oppression. Mustafa Barghouti. To speak of Palestine is to speak a language of resistance that transcends words and communicates through the universal currency of justice. Leila Khalid. The rivers of history flow through the valleys of Palestine, carving a narrative of resistance against the rocks of oppression. Fa was Turkey. In the face of occupation, Palestine's identity is a fortress built on the foundations of resilience. Ramzi Baraud. In the mosaic of humanity, Palestine is a vibrant tile that refuses to be shattered by the forces of injustice. Leila Abdul Razak. To be Palestinian is to carry the torch of remembrance, lighting the path toward a future where history is not erased but celebrated. Fadwa Tukan. To stand in solidarity with Palestine is to stand on the right side of history, where justice prevails over the oppressor's narrative. George Habash. In the narrative of justice, Palestine is a protagonist, a central character whose story intertwines with the destinies of all who champion the cause of human rights. Leila Abdul Razak. Palestine is not a distant memory. It is a living reality that persists in the hearts and minds of a people determined to be free. Murad Barghouti.